Well, good afternoon, y'all. Reporting live from Clown World. I figured I would do a little um, video real quick about propaganda. Look at this. China flight attendants advised to wear diapers for COVID protection. Apparently, they were saying that, because of the COVID, that if you went to the bathroom, that was endangering you. So I said, there's no amount of bullshit that we're not going to be subject to if we don't stop following orders. You want your flying flight attendant walking past you with their drawers full of poop? Have you had enough yet? Are you ready for the next psyop? How about a vaccine to protect us from the aliens? Maybe if you're real good and wear your face and butt diapers appropriately and take every vaccine and test they want you to have, then maybe you will finally be safe. You'll be oxygen starved and covered in shit, but at least you won't have the common cold, right? And if you look at the news, I mean, it's my mom's birthday yesterday. She turned 80. Happy birthday, Mom. We had a good time. Look at this one. Chaos aboard United flight as passenger with COVID dies while others desperately try to revive him. Airline claimed he lied at check-in when he asked if he had symptoms. So this guy just dropped dead, supposedly, in the middle of a flight. It was interesting because this was the headline, right? This was the headline news like an hour ago in the Daily Mail, and they removed it. And there were a lot of comments of people. There were a lot of comments with people saying, that it's true and it's real, and oh my God, we should throw everybody in jail, and on and on and on. But I noticed that they removed this, so I would bet that they were blocking most of the negative. See, it's all the way down here now. It was like the headline. Now, who believes this kind of stuff, right? Like, if you've got pneumonia to the point you're about to die, and I've had pneumonia before, you can barely walk. You can't really talk because you don't have any breath pressure. And if you try to talk, you start coughing. So this guy supposedly, oh my God, this is the worst website ever. I hate these fuckers. But anyways, look at this. They gave him CPR, right? So they're even trying to tell you that, you should freaking um, not even give people CPR anymore, right? This guy obviously has some sort of heart attack or a stroke. He was having difficulty breathing before takeoff. People tweeted it, right? Okay. And they call it COVID, right? Come on. You went to the airport, what, 2 hours early? You go to the airport 2 hours early, you stand in line, you talk to people or whatever, but nobody noticed, and you were dying of pneumonia, literally dying of pneumonia, and here you are. It was a terrifying ordeal for nearby passengers. I mean, it's just dumb. So dumb. And they do this every day. There was an article yesterday about a nurse. There was a mother and a nurse, right? Mother, nurse, COVID, son dies, begs to take seriously. I mean, this is just. This one was old. This was in the Daily Mail. Here it is. No. It was about a child, and there was like blood everywhere, right? As if you're spraying blood. Here we go. Shocking pictures of how blood was all over the wall, right? Are you kidding? Are you kidding me? Urge a blood spattered hospital room. The bereaved mother shared who. First of all, was he coughing backwards? Like here's the bed, the head of the bed, and he would be sitting here, and he's what, throwing up backwards or coughing backwards over his head? And who takes pictures of a bloodbath and puts it, when he turned around? Where's the blood? This is just insane. And not that I'm saying it's horrible that a child died. But what did they do to this poor child to get this blood. Did someone stab him to death? I mean, this is splatter, right? This is splatter. Did someone stab him to death, and then like see the spots? This is like when you hit something and there's blood spatter, right? And it goes down the wall. You're telling me this is coughing? Please. And this is dripping here, like dripping out of you? Bullshit, right? They will say anything. And they want you to, oh, just 6 days. Here we go. He's 13. Imagine that. Imagine. There's their number. 6 days after developing, say 44, number of destruction. Stephanie Frantic, watched as doctors battled to save her son, Peyton Baumgart's life as the treatment to oxygenate his blood failed. He became extremely fatigued and his nail blades turned blue. So he was still strong enough to cough all that blood all over the wall. You got to be pretty strong to like projectile cough blood everywhere. Or they just murdered him at where he laid. And this poor child, look at how fat this child is. Good God. Horrible. Like, she's abusing him in the first place. How's he coughing backwards over his bed? I don't understand. He suffered from a thyroid problem and had asthma, so they're probably making him wear a mask all the time. And, I have asthma. I don't wear a mask because I'm not trying to hurt myself. Last night, my sister, it's funny, before we got to the restaurant, she's like, oh, I brought masks for you guys, me and my mom, and we were like, we're not wearing a mask. And she's like, oh, but you have to. And I was like, look, stop being a slave, okay? And, she's like a scaredy cat. I don't understand. I don't know how we're from the same family. She's so scared of everything. This is so sad, this poor child. Doctors treat and pain with an extracorporeal membrane oxygenation, ECMO, where blood is temporarily removed from the body to allow artificial oxygenation of red blood cells. Oh, so they had him on that thing. Okay. It kind of looks like a dialysis. He began to hemorrhage. There's no way that he turned around if he's that sick and coughed behind his bed like that. Come on. But yeah, this whole world is just a bunch of propaganda, right? And there's just no amount of, bullshit that they won't tell you. This guy has a good Truth is Terrorism. I don't know if you guys follow him. He has some great posts. And this guy, he posted from Fab the Austrian. We went from wash your hands, don't touch your face, to if you don't take the vaccine, you will lose your job and won't be able to travel in less than a year. That's what happens when millions of people blindly eat state propaganda. It's so true. Now watch this.
Or something else that I think is on a lot of kids' minds.
Elmer's friend has a question about Santa Claus.
How did Santa get the vaccine? And is it safe for him to go in the house?
How can Santa Claus safely give out presents with COVID-19 spreading everywhere? How can he do it?
Will Santa still be able to visit me in coronavirus this season? What if he can't go to anyone's house or near his reindeer?
Well, I have to say I took care of that for you because I was worried that you'd all be upset. So what I did a little while ago, I took a trip up there to the North Pole. I went there and I vaccinated Santa Claus myself. I measured his level of immunity and he is good to go. He can come down to...
And Elmo is back for something else that I think is on a lot of kids' minds.
You come down the chimney, right? And go to everyone's house in the world. Fauci is just, what a liar.
Elmo is back.
Look at these guys and the way they smile.
Or something else that I think is on a lot of kids' minds.
They just lie so easily. it's amazing how people believe everything they're told. It's just, anyways, I know that you guys that watch me know really well what propaganda is, but maybe someone who doesn't know will see some of these posts and get it together. You know what I mean? All right. Take care, y'all.